Book it.
Yeah, I mean, Bones, man, he has no weakness. He could wrestle, he could strike, he could submit you. He was good on his feet. He was good on the ground. I mean, he's phenomenal. The matches that he had with Cormier, Gustafsson, uh,
Mhm.
Lito Machida. I mean, hey, like I said, look, I don't follow it as much as I used to, but
Right.
and I understand UFC. I know George St. Pierre, and I know Mighty Mouse Demetrius Johnson, and I know Anderson Silva. They had great runs. Nothing like this.
No,
Nothing
no,
like this.
not at all. It listed longevity. His longevity is that of LeBron James. I'm not comparing
Yes.
21 years. I'm
Yes.
just saying for combat sports in an octagon,
Right.
that type of longevity and being successful at it and being
In the fight
consistent
game,
at
they
it.
don't have no long runs like this,
No,
Ocho.
no,
In
no.
the fight
Listen,
game, where
he had
anything can happen.
he had a 20 win fight streak now. A 20-win fight streak. You know how difficult that is in
Mhm.
combat sports, MMA for that matter.
I mean, think about it. How
That's
he ran through
hard.
Cyril Gahn in the heavyweight division. Made mincemeat of Stipe. Now, I know Stipe was a little older. Him and
Right.
Daniel Cormier had tremendous fights. But,
Yeah.
hey, man,
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, I'm shoot, man. This might be you know who finna get that work, huh?
nah, you don't want that kind of work,
I
Ocho.
ain't talking. I ain't there. I'm not listening. I'm not talking about Jon Jones. I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
they that cage different than that square.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm talking about. But what I ain't heard from James Harrison in a minute. He doing all right? You talk to him?
Yeah, he doing fine.
Okay, I'm just making sure he good, man. I hope he working. I've been
Yeah.
working.
Jim said, Jim's was said something very interesting about and about with Nas. Say
Yeah.
Nas, he got that 100 million.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, look at Hove. Hove, you don't see Hove in the booth all the time. It's got to mean something to him. When you get that kind of money, I would like to think you try to like get to a certain level.
Right.
And
And then
now it's
that
got to really. I mean, it's got to really move. I mean, Hove ain't just getting in could he do? He got to start with music,
right.
but Hove for so many other things other than music.
Business. He's a businessman. He's a
A
business.
businessman.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Nas, the investments, you read about the investments that Nas has made, and like the desire to get in there and probably get into the studio, it probably doesn't excite him
Right.
like it once did. And that's
Right.
okay. It's
Right.
okay.
Hey, and the funny thing about it, if Jay-Z is one of those individuals, despite today's hip hop and
Yeah.
the sound of it, I think he could still come out and be successful. I think the one thing
Yeah.
that's important because he's so good lyrically and he's a lyricist, the one thing that has to be very, very important, just hypothetically speaking, if Jay-Z was to make an album now, is the beat. The
Yeah.
beats. The beats have to be captivated for today's sound.
Me personally, I think now he doesn't really have the desire to
No,
do a full album.
no,
He
no.
would prefer to jump on somebody else's, like when DJ
Mhm.
Khaled got him, Wayne, and Ross.
Yeah,
I think he's more apt to do something like that, Ocho, as
right,
opposed to his own project.
right, right.
Maybe if Weezy say, "Hey, bro, I need you on this track," something like that. But for him to take the time to get into the studio all on his own,
Right.
I don't see that in him. And like it's like Conor McGregor.
Mhm.
Once he had that fight, think about it. Once he had that fight with Floyd Mayweather, and he got 100 million. All of a sudden, getting up, and getting kicked in the face, and getting elbowed in the head didn't seem
Yeah.
appealing.
Mhm.
And
Especially,
he ain't really fought much, and he didn't win a whole lot since.
mhm. And the funny thing about it is his businesses outside of the octagon are doing
Yes,
well. He doesn't even need to come back and fight.
right.
He still trains his ass off as if
Yeah,
he's ready to fight. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but hey, he's one of the greatest fighters of all time in being able to transition and going from the octagon to business into millions.
that's why I take my hat off to Floyd Mayweather because even though he was making 20 and 30 million a fight, he still
Right.
trained like he was broke. And
Hmm.
that's why I say that about Floyd, and I say that, but I say that about any athlete. You look at LeBron, you look at Brady, you look at Manning, you look at these guys, Jordan, Kobe, guys that's making millions. I mean, you see the work now, and you see the way they still go about it, and they play and they train as if they were flat ass broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be it Ronaldo or Messi or Mbappe or Harlem. I mean, it did. I mean, we talk about LeBron. I mean, but you look at Mahomes, look at Lamar Jackson, look at these guys that's making millions, and they still, you're like, bro, they train and they play as if they're broke, like they're trying to get in. And
Right.
this is the UFC. That's a very unforgiving sport
Mm-hmm.
because you don't see guys, hold on to belts for years and years and years
Yeah.
because Dana White won't let you duck anybody. You don't cherry pick. They tell you who the hell you gonna fight. So it's not like in that division, like, nah, I'm gonna fight the number 10 contender. I'm gonna fight the number 8. Nah, Dana said you're gonna fight the number 1 contender. You're gonna
Right.
fight the
Right.
number 2 contender.
Right.
That's why people, I think, really love the UFC, is because ain't no ducking and dodging.
Nope.
It ain't no selection. You ain't picking no. Oh, I can beat him. Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and Dana and that his board. They know. Nah, bro, you gonna get in here. And I give John credit. I mean, people gonna say, well, he retired because he didn't fight Aspinall. But I know for about almost 2 decades, he fought everybody they put in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody they put in front of him, from Gustafson to Cormier to Sugar, all of them. It didn't matter.
Hey, one thing about it is always heard the gripes. I've always heard the rumblings about the pay in UFC not being that great, not being what it should be for what these guys are doing and putting their bodies and lives on the line every time they step in the octagon. But I'm telling you, mark my words, Jim Jones, John Jones will
John Bones.
John Jones will come back and fight again against what's his name again?
Huh?
What's the
John
guy?
Bones Jones?
Yo, I know that, but what's the guy that said he was gonna retire
Oh,
without
Aspinall, Tom Aspinall.
brother Aspinall is gonna get that fight he's looking for, and Dana White's gonna make it a payday. He's gonna make it a payday for Jon Jones to come out of retirement so that fight can happen. It's gonna be a mega fight. I
You think
guarantee.
so?
Absolutely, absolutely. One last hoorah. One last hoorah.
Mm. Yeah, well, I mean, who would we say? I mean, the guy's done everything. I mean, what more? I mean, he's a 2 division champ, light, heavy, and heavyweight. He dominated that division. I mean, people can say, well, Reyes beat him or this guy or that guy. Look, all I know is that he lost the fight, but he was disqualified because I think he elbowed somebody when they was down or he did something.
Right,
But as far as like they beat him on the scorecards or something like that without the DQ, that's never happened.
right.
Um, he's special, like I said, the most complete fighter because he has no weakness. He can do it all. He could wrestle you. He could strike you on his feet. He could submit you. He was great on the ground. He was an all-around fighter. Had great defense, and when he needed to dig deep, he could dig deep. He could dig. He could absolutely dig deep. And there's a reason why Dana, when they say, well, who's the greatest fighter in UFC, there's no hesitation.
Yep,
Jon Jones,
at all.
most
Yep.
complete fighter. Jon Jones, and GSP, special. Usman had a great run.
Mhm.
GSP, like I said, Anderson Silva. There have been some guys that had 10, 13 match win streaks.
Right.
Not like Jon.
No.
Jon,
That
he's phenomenal.
that 20 fight win streak it's gonna stand for a while. It's gonna stand for a while.
Yeah. Um, special fighter, but breaking news, Dana White announces that Jon Jones phoned him last night and said he was officially retiring from the UFC. And in that motion, Dana White did the only thing that he could do, declare Tom Aspinall the UFC heavyweight champion. So, and like I said, Jon had probably only fought, what, 2 times in the last 3 years? I mean, he
Mhm.
beat Cyril Gane and he beat Stipe. But
Yeah.
those fights was probably a year, 380, 400 days apart.
Yeah.
So he hadn't fought a whole lot in the last 3 to 4 years. But that just goes to show you just how great he is. Think about that, Ocho. The amount of time that he took off. And he ran through Cyril Gane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. He did.
And then he did a spinning back kick to the liver of Stipe and got
Uh-huh.
him out of there.
Yeah.
And many believe Stipe is the greatest heavyweight champion ever. And he made mincemeat of it.
Mm.
A legend. Well, we can honestly say he went out on top.
He did. He did.